My name's Margaret and I've been travelling since December 15th, but I first heard of the RTR about 2 years ago, and that really caught my imagination. So I've watched a lot of YouTube videos and eventually got myself a rig and had some help with it, but did a lot of the work myself because that really seems like the most fun, and I'm actually very pleased with it. And I finally made it out to the RTR. So the caravans have really been the best thing, because I've met so many people and we've stayed in touch. We started a whole Facebook group, one of our group, because we'd all got to know each other so well, and we had a really wonderful time. And so I'm just very grateful for the caravans. I only found out about them, really, it was early in January when I was in Houston with a friend, and that's when I realized, oh, I can do that. I can see how I can, find the location, just say I can come, and I think it's just really wonderful. It's completely free. There's the structure, we just do the structure ourselves, and the main thing is going around the fire in the evening. And you don't have to attend the fire if you don't want to. That's another thing. It's very fluid. People will come and join and stay for a longer or shorter time, and there's absolutely no pressure. And there's an enormous sort of, I feel, generosity of spirit that just completely comes naturally to people. There's a very open-minded, open-hearted feeling, and there's a sort of also a respect. People listen to each other. It's very rarely, in my experience, that people try to impose anything on someone else, and that's very rare in this world. And also the variety of people that come is a wide variety. Some people are having a big struggle in their lives, others are sort of enjoying, or things are going very well, and there's there's this sort of respect for others and care, but it's also not really kind of overwhelming, because some of us women, we can be sometimes a little too either thinking you have to behave a certain way to belong, or you have to help others, but it's very much everybody is independent, but we also are dependent on each other. And I think one thing that appealed to me about the RTR, or this whole community, is I work as a nurse, I do hospice and psychiatry, which is very meaningful. I like it, but sometimes you begin to feel you're part of the solution, part of the problem instead of the solution. And here it's a very individual thing. Everybody who has come to this life has actually sort of decided they're going to take care of themselves. They're going to find something for their life that works, and I feel that's the most important thing. In a sense, it's like saving our souls, and so that's another thing. Everybody, no matter where they've come from or what their background is, and it's amazing, people with sort of health or financial challenges are still doing this and doing it very well, and I think that's how we can sort ourselves out, and so people help each other individually. I felt from when I read that, and I've traveled quite a lot, so I didn't really want to travel just for the sake of seeing more places, because I feel I've traveled internationally and in the States a lot. But it was something about the culture and the people that are attracted to this, and just, you see so many people are suffering in the world. They actually are really struggling, and this seems to be a way out, or it seems to be help. So I think there's so much information to find the right rig for yourself. Don't get into debt, work out what you can do, and it's amazing that people I've been struck by people that seem to have a lot of challenges, but they've also got a lot of survival skills, so they're not out there that need to be rescued. They're actually, doing very well with their, whatever the limitations. So I think, when I was leaving, people, my friends, co-workers, were just horrified that I was going to go off on my own. They just thought it was so unsafe, and it's just, I even forgot to buy the bear spray and all the things that I thought. And it is, you feel you just feel part of another world. And it started right even before I'd connected with the Caravans. And it's something, and it's very unique to this country. I grew up England and Ireland, but there's something about, I feel the American people are taking back the land, and there's something ingenuity of the people. So people will find a way to make the right rig for yourself. And take into account who you are. I knew I spent probably more money than I wanted a van that wasn't going to break down, that would have reasonable mileage, that I could stand up in, and I was prepared to make that investment, but then try and do most of the work myself. So I think the thing is, it's just, wonderful. And also I feel being out in nature. I am not somebody that was very outdoors. I haven't done a lot of camping, but it's just very calming and very soothing. It's very, you feel very at ease. And I'm sleeping great. I have everything I need in my van. People are feeling the call to do this.
Yeah.
And it's coming from the right place, there's a real need for it. It's also an opportunity to meet people of different to ourselves. The society is so polarized. And this way, we have certain rules around the campfire and the caravan, not to talk about religion, politics, or sex. And there's always a few jokes about that, but we keep to it, and it's so wonderful.